When the warmth of the sunlight on the window shifts, I still find myself recalling you from that May. The fleeting moment when fluttering petals rested on your shoulder felt like an eternity to me. The shy conversations we had while walking, eyes fixed on our toes, the scent of grass brushing my nose, and the sound of your laughter. The prologue of my life, where every color in the world was dyed by your light. In the mist of time that slips away like grains of sand, even when I try to hold on, I stand in the heart of your season. Perhaps the ache in a corner of my heart is because the scent you left behind, it's still so thick. My most beautiful fleeting season, the person who bloomed dazzlingly and faded without a trace. You were my spring, my scorching summer, and the only landscape that sometimes blew in as a chilling wind, following the trajectory of that time I can never return to. I walk through the season of you again today, even as I call your name until I'm out of breath. My season is left only with echoes that offer no reply. Walking alone on the streets piled with fallen leaves, it feels as if the warmth of your hand still lingers between my fingers. The countless tomorrows we promised are now trapped inside a dust-covered diary. Seasons flow without rest, yet why does my calendar still stand still on that very day? Every time the cold wind pierces through my collar, I miss the weight of the coat you once lent me. Your silhouette becomes clearer the harder I try to forget. Longing settles like snow over my empty heart. Even this pain I don't want to erase feels like a gift from you, so I embrace you today, even through the ache. My most beautiful fleeting season, the person who bloomed dazzlingly and faded without a trace. You were my spring, my scorching summer, and the only landscape that sometimes blew in as a chilling wind, following the trajectory of that time I can never return to. I walk through the season of you again today, even as I call your name until I'm out of breath. My season is left only with echoes that offer no reply. On the dust-covered dining table inside the cold coffee mug, our trivial conversations settle like dregs at the bottom. You used to laugh brightly as if you owned the world, at even my clumsiest jokes that was once my only pride. Now your name is a word that lingers hollowly in my mouth. And having missed the timing of you, I spin in place like a broken clock. The jokes I toss out alone in this empty room only return as echoes off the walls, becoming a silence that weighs me down even more. Why did no one ever teach me the expiration date of the word love? Our season, once so fresh, has faded before I knew it. And I am aching for you as I force myself to swallow these spoiled memories. This is a very sad joke past its expiration day, a story where no one laughs anymore. And I am left weeping alone, our sentences frozen at their sweetest moment. Now emit a sour stench and tear me apart. Though I know I should throw it away, the warmth of you lingering on my fingertips is too precious to discard. So I hold on to this worn out joke with the face stripped of all laughter. I am still waiting for you to return and complete the punchline of this joke. Found an old movie ticket while cleaning out the drawer. Even the cheesy lines you loved that day remain so vivid. People say past love is like yesterday's newspaper, devoid of any value. But to me, this is the only reality I have. In a world without you, the humor I practice alone is like smoke scattering into the air, having lost its destination. The reflection, the mirror, looks like an uninvited guest wandering around a party in clothes that went out of style ages ago. I miss the temperature at which we used to laugh together. Now these memories are sharp like shards of ice that have frozen cold. The more I try to cast them out, the more the pieces of you embedded deep in my chest gnaw at In the air of the room that has grown cold, we silently trace the curved traces of each other's lives with our fingertips. Your deep heart and scars that never healed unfold sorrowfully over the back of my hand, like a map of a foreign city I've never visited. When I quietly overlap my own old wounds upon them, the noisy clamor of the world finally drifts away, and an imperfect peace belonging only to us arrives. Rather than dreaming of a perfect love, we chose not to fill each other's cracks, but to share the darkness leaking out through those very fissures. Parts of me I never wanted to show anyone strangely become medals of honor that I'm not ashamed of before your gaze. Every time your painful memories press down on my chest, paradoxically I feel with my whole body that I am alive, and that you are by my side. And so we lie down on each other's scars, using the unhealing pain as a pillow, praying that tomorrow will never come as we seek deep sleep. Though there may be no dazzling salvation as the world defines it, simply laying my agony upon your rough skin gives me enough rest to be at peace. Even if the sharp fragments of memory pierce us, passing through the long tunnel of this terrible and mournful night, where even that blood feels like a warm heat, we sink into a silence longer than eternity, embracing each other in the most comfortable posture within our own tragedy that no one else can understand. The window is still blindingly bright, mocking us, but this bed in the dark becomes the only island, the quietest and safest place in the world. When the tears you shed soak the scabs of my old wounds, I finally realize that my pain can become a warmth that can hold you. We don't try to fix each other, we just cover the festering holes in our hearts with each other's body heat, because that's our only way of loving. I'm afraid these scars will fade as time passes. It's a night where the disappearance of the only evidence I have to remember you by is scarier than death itself. Our days sore and cracked may not be beautiful, but that raw and crude sincerity becomes the only strength that keeps me going. The pains that used to destroy me now become a passage to reach you, tenderly leading us into a deeper abyss. And so we lie down on each other's scars, using the unhealing pain as a pillow, praying that tomorrow will never come as we seek deep sleep. Though there may be no dazzling salvation as the world defines it, simply laying my agony upon your rough skin gives me enough rest to be at peace. Even if the sharp fragments of memory pierce us, passing through the long tunnel of this terrible and mournful night, where even that blood feels like a warm heat, we sink into a silence longer than eternity, embracing each other in the most comfortable posture within our own tragedy that no one else can understand. understand. The rainwater pulled between the window frames refuses to dry, and an unknown pattern stain spreads over the damp wallpaper. Just like our final moments, we stood in the sudden downpour, staring only at each other's drenched shoulders. All that remains as the summer heat cools are your memories, rooted in every corner of my heart like unerasable mold flowers. In the afternoon filled only with the sound of the washing machine. No matter how hard I try to wash it away, your dampness is already seeped into the deep fibers of my soul. By the time I start to resent the clear blue sky, I retreat into the dark room again and trace the stain that resembles you with my hands. Those marks that become clearer when the sunlight hits, feel as if they are mocking me. So I close the curtains again today and wait for the rain. This is a persistent stain left by the rainy season at the end of summer. A tear mark named you that pulls in a corner of my room. Even as seasons change, what remains more intensely than the sun that burns so hot is our blurred silhouettes mixed into the cold, cool rainwater. Amidst your after images that spread, the more I wipe them, I still wander through the rain of that day without an umbrella, looking for you. The rain has stopped, yet why does the humidity of my heart refuse to drop? The stain of you has now become a part of my life, refusing to be erased. Even from your shirt kept deep in the closet, the fishy scent of rainwater and the smell of age longing now mixed to haunt me. People say time is the medicine, but as time passes, the stain hardens more firmly, becoming a tattoo engraved upon my skin. Already the autumn wind knocks at the door, but the damp debris of summer still holds my ankles in this room, refusing to let me go. On the path where we once walked together, fragmented promises of you and me are tangled like mud in every spot the rain swept through. The air is getting colder, yet why is my room still so hot and humid? I guess the fever of emotions you left behind still dominates my body. The more I try to erase them, the more you trace to soak through intensely, trapping every moment I breathe at the very edge of summer. This is a persistent stain left by the rainy season at the end of summer. A tear mark named you that pulls in a corner of my room. Even as seasons change, what remains more intensely than the sun that burns so hot is our blurred silhouettes mixed into the cold, cool rainwater. Amidst your after images that spread, the more I wipe them, I still wander through the rain of that day without an umbrella, looking for you. has now become a part of my life, refusing to be erased. Inside the worn-out notebook pulled from deep within the drawer, our unfinished sentences lie scattered with smudged ink. You used to gift me beautiful modifiers every single day. Back then I thought those rules of grammar were promises that would never break. But where the period should have been, only cold tear marks remain. And the narrative we wrote together now wanders, having lost its owner. When I place my finger upon the empty white space, it feels as if I can still sense the pressure of your pen from that day, aching as if a corner of my heart was cut by paper. Words that I can no longer interpret, even if I try to reread them. The secret codes of our own that only you and I knew. With the longing that rises like dust every time I turn a page of memory, I keep going back to the previous pages to read you all over again. These are the lines we eventually left behind, thousands of truths swallowed down without being able to be uttered. Our story, frozen at its most brilliant chapter, has now become an old book in a corner of a library that no one reads anymore. Within this tragedy that becomes messier the more I try to revise it, I still linger upon the white space, unable to erase the protagonist named you. That void that cannot be filled even by mobilizing all the languages in the world. The lines we left behind now remain as my eternal scars. Every time the seasons change, I try to write a new sentence, but in the end, I fail to start the first line and just write your name repeatedly. No adjective can fully explain the look in your eyes, and no verb could ever express the crumbling of that moment we parted ways. Like dried petals pressed between the pages, is our memory also just waiting to be crushed under the weight of time? The snowflakes fluttering outside the window look like the countless letters we failed to finish and scattered into the air, making it impossible for me to close my eyes. Your silhouette, which I am barely holding on to, within the fading context with the pen tip where the ink has all dried up, I still write your name in the void, because the stubborn artistic persistence won't let you go. I cry today as I hold on to the final page of this never-ending novel. These are the lines we eventually left behind, thousands brilliant chapter has now become an old book in a corner of a library that no one reads anymore. Within this tragedy that becomes messier the more I try to revise it, I still linger upon the white space, unable to erase the protagonist named you. That void that cannot be filled even by mobilizing all the languages in the world. The lines we left behind now remain as my eternal scars. In the deep night, when the clock hands overlap and the city noise falls silent, the record of you finally begins to fill my room. The photos of us scattered under the dim lamplight have become faded relics, yet in them you are still smiling dazzlingly, calling my name. When I close my eyes in the darkness, your voice becomes clearer, and the touch of your hair feels so vivid that I hold my breath and endure this silence. In this hour when I am most honest, I spend the long night piecing together the fragments of memories you left behind, unable to escape even today. Every time the streetlight outside seeps into the room, the air of the streets we walk together seems to brush my nose and my heart breaks. The after-image of you that grows thicker the more I try to forget. Why does this intense longing become a sharp thorn whenever it hits 3 a.m.? My 3 a.m. is a sad novel, entirely written as a record of you. Our story where only white spaces grow without ever reaching a period in the world's quietest hour. I call you most desperately, wandering lost and alone in the unanswered darkness, searching for you. The traces of our once hot love have now settled as cold dawn frost, and I record you again while embracing those chilling memories with my whole body. Even if it's a dreamlike moment that will vanish when morning comes. For this moment, it is my selfish dawn where I want to keep you by my side. By the time the bluish dawn light lingers by the window, I try to close the last page of this long record of you, but my trembling fingertips cannot let go. The countless promises we shared and the unkept futures float around the room like dust, seemingly mocking me as I hold back my tears. The engraved into my soul. In this secret diary that I can show to no one, words of love deeper than any hatred for you overflow and spill out today as well. Until the last star sets in the dim dawn sky, I stay here, holding on to the warmth you left behind, refusing the tomorrow that won't come. Your name, which becomes more clearly imprinted the more I try to erase it, unable to escape this cruel cycle of memory. I become a prisoner of the dawn once again. My 3 a.m. is a sad novel, entirely written as a record of you. Our story where only white spaces grow, without ever reaching a period. In the world's quietest hour, I call you most desperately, wondering, lost and alone in the unanswered darkness, searching for you. The traces of our once hot love have now settled as cold dawn frost, and I record you again while embracing those chilling memories with my whole body. Even if it's a dream-like moment that will vanish when morning comes, for this moment it is my selfish dawn, where I want to keep you by my side. Unable to utter that one short greeting, lingering on the tip of my lips. I am holding you tight within the cold night air again. Today, the composed expression I practice crumbles like a sandcastle the moment I stand before you, and my gesture of pulling my collar to hide my trembling hands is only pitiful. The manifest fact that tens of thousands of footprints we walk together must now scatter in different directions is being read in my heart only as a foreign language I cannot comprehend. Like a sentence full of typos, afraid that I'll burst into tears if our eyes meet. I stare only at my toes, stumbling through the first line of the clumsiest farewell of my life. Why does the common phrase goodbye choke me up so much? The swallowed tears become sharp thorns, gnawing away at my voice. Having missed the timing to let you go, I look as precarious as a lost child, lingering at the entrance of a breakup. This is my clumsiest goodbye, a final confession with a bowed head, unable to even say I'm sorry for not letting you go gracefully, leaving behind our most passionate season. I hate this cruel moment of having to push you into the freezing winter wind, more than death itself. Don't remember this sorrowful silhouette of mine, forcing away footsteps that even exist in this world. All that's left where you once stood is an empty heart and the stains of unfulfilled longing. The clock hands indifferently rush toward tomorrow. But why does my time stand still at the very moment you last looked back, refusing to move? The weight of the coat you lent me still presses down on my shoulders, and your scent brushing my nose keeps trying to pull me back to the us of that day. Your silhouette, which grows clearer the more I try to forget, shimmers under the moonlight, and I stay up all night again, tracing your undeleted number with my finger. I wanted to smile and pretend I was okay, but in the end, my sincerity, which was clumsy to the very core, has lost its way and scatters into the darkness. This is my clumsiest goodbye, my final confession with a bowed head, unable to even say I'm sorry for not letting you go gracefully, leaving behind our most passionate season. I hate this cruel moment of having to push you into the freezing winter wind, more than death itself. Don't remember this sorrowful silhouette of mine, forcing away footsteps that refuse to move, while hiding my twitching fingers that long to hold you. Your name scatters in the air like an unanswered echo. I repeat this clumsy goodbye today, unable to close the world that is you. When the city lights vanish one by one, and the world takes its lowest breath, I finally face your name, echoing from all directions. Even in the indifferent sound of the wind brushing past the window, or the rhythmic ticking of the old clock hanging from the ceiling, your syllables mysteriously blend in and shake me. In this room where I am clearly alone, I reach my hand into the air, following your voice that sounds like a hallucination. But all I touch is the cold dawn air and scattering dust. The vibration of you that pierces my eardrums more clearly as the silence deepens, now mingles with my heartbeat, making me pray that this night never ends. Is it the noise created by fragments of memory colliding, or is it the whisper of your soul that still hasn't been able to leave my side? If I close my eyes, it feels as if you would call my name right behind me, unable to turn around. Even that vacancy seems to be crying your name out loud. Even in the crackling static of the old LP record we used to listen to together, the trivial jokes and laughter you shared come back to life like ghosts hovering around me. Seasons have changed clothes several times already, yet why do the heated promises we shared that summer still ring as vividly in my ears as if they were yesterday? The feast of these sounds overflowing above my empty chest intends to navigate through the things of yours I couldn't discard, keeping me a prisoner of this night forever. The symphony of you that resonates more grandly the more I try to forget. Longing washes over me like a tide, riding the resonance of my empty heart. Because even this noise I don't want to erase feels like the last gift you left behind. I lay my body down today within the melody your name creates. Even through the ache, this is a night where your name resonates across the whole world. My season trapped in an illusion called you, vivid even when unheard, full even when untouchable. Even the raindrops hitting the window pane whisper your name, and even the distant sound of the train sounds like the footsteps of you returning, tearing me down. The wave names your name, which becomes a massive whirlpool and swallows me the more I try to erase it. I call you and call you again in those waves until I'm out of breath, even if it's a mirage-like sound that will vanish again when morning comes. For this moment, I wish your name to be the only truth, filling my entire world. People say it's already a finished story, but the pen in my heart still holds the ink, hovering precariously over the page named you. Under the sunset of that day when I had to let you go, I couldn't bring myself to mark the period of goodbye. So I desperately tied commas together to hold on to you. In the drawer, letters I never dared to send pile up, their first lines always starting with longing for you and ending in a scream like silence. These words I mutter alone in an empty room reach no one and scatter into the air. Yet today, like a child who has forgotten how to stop, I continue to write my confession to you. If only just once, I wish you would appear at the end of this sentence and place that final dot so my clumsy confession could finally be complete. Because of your after image that becomes clearer the harder I try to forget. I sink into a terrible fever of you every night, clutching my unfinished diary. This is my confession without a period, a sad epic where endless longing falls like rain, soaking the deepest parts of my soul. destination, you. Though I call you and call you until I'm out of breath, the last space remains empty. Today I wait for you, trapped inside a sentence I could never close. As the seasons change and the scenery shifts its clothes, my calendar stands still on that one spring afternoon when you last smiled for me. Even when I meet someone new and share trivial jokes, your name is always hiding at the end of the conversation, making me crumble all over again. The sketches of the future we drew together have now become stained scribbles, but I trace even those rough lines with my fingertips, unable to erase them. The more the waves of time try to wash away our traces, the deeper and clearer the sentences in my heart become, turning into scars that continue this eternal confession to you. The ink stains of you that bleed through more intensely, the more I try to wipe them away. Lingering feelings for you breathe in every line of my life, suffocating me. Even if this stubborn persistence eventually destroys me, I have no intention of ending this sentence. For a period without you is like eternal extinction to me. This is my confession without a period, a sad epic where endless longing falls like rain, soaking the deepest parts of my soul. The thousands of hesitations hidden behind the words I love you have now become sharp fragments piercing my chest, yet I cannot let go, believing even that pain is a trace of you. Even if all the languages in the world vanish, this relentless love song that can never be stopped wanders through the night like a satellite orbiting forever toward its only destination, you. Though I call you and call you until I'm out of breath, the last space remains empty. Today I wait for you, trapped inside a sentence I could never close. The world rushes forward without rest, and people leave to find their own tomorrows. But I am still standing still at the corner of time where we last let go of each other's hands. On this road where the long shadows of the streetlights hold on to my ankles and won't let go, I helplessly watch the trivial traces you left behind turn into dust and scatter away. Someone pats my shoulder, saying I must forget that past seasons never return. But my heart seems to have forgotten how to breathe, trapped in the temperature and air of that day. When I lift my head, because even the falling leaves on the empty street sound like your returning footsteps. Only the cold wind brushes my cheek, reminding me once again of your standing there with a bright smile. If I just turn the corner of memory, I stay here again today, unable to leave, turning the pages of worn out memories, knowing that I should let you go into the receding back of time. My footsteps keep returning to the yesterday where you stayed, wandering and getting lost. I am still standing at the corner of time, a lonely sentinel spending long nights with the stop clock hands held to my chest, waiting for you who will never come. Even if our brilliant spring days fall as withered leaves and cold blizzards rage, I stay here, enduring with the single warmth you left behind, longing for the season of you. Even if the world forgets us and time tries to wash away all memories, a piece of my soul will remain at this corner, forever echoing as a cry that calls your name. Even if a suffocating longing swallows me whole, I will guard this solitary corner and wait for you, becoming the only passage for your return. Even if the seasons change their clothes several times and the world's scenery turns unfamiliar, the map in my heart clearly points only to this narrow corner heading toward you. People make new connections and find their smiles again, but to me, the past with you is the only reality, much warmer and truer than a future without you. The familiar sights seen through the window now look faded like a black and white movie, and my voice becomes a hollow echo wandering in the air, having lost its place in a world without you, clinging to your silhouette that becomes more deeply imprinted the more I try to forget. I stand here today, enduring while carving your name onto the crumbling walls of memory, following the light of you that becomes clearer as the darkness deepens. I cross the boundary of time today and stay in that year, that month, that hour where you live. Since even this pain I don't want to erase feels like the last gift you gave me. I dream of eternity today, trapped within the prison of you. While aching, I am still standing at the corner of time, a lonely sentinel spending long nights with the stop clock hands held to my chest, waiting for you who will never come. Even if our brilliant spring return. Through the cold glass window, I see your silhouette, and I softly mutter your name in a place so close that my breath could reach you. But where my fingertips reach, only a cold, textured, transparent wall stands in my way. And the space between us feels like the longest distance in the world. We breathe the same air and stand under the same sky. Yet why does my voice fail to reach you, scattering in the air, as if passing through a vacuum? It feels as though I could feel your warmth right now if I just reached out. But this invisible distance is like a cruel punishment, making me walk on parallel lines forever. My reflection in your eyes is as faint as a ghost trapped in the fog, making me repeatedly ask myself if I truly exist by your side. Beyond this invisible barrier that I cannot erase, no matter how I try, you offer me only a chilling smile, knowing nothing of my struggle. This is the invisible distance between us that never narrows, a sad orbit where a heart yearning to touch collides and scatters its fragments. Even as I open my arms to hold you, I only embrace the empty void, leaning against the invisible glass wall and bursting into silent tears. The more I try to define you in the name of love, the wider the gap becomes. I remain as darkness, longing for the light that is you within this transparent prison. If the day comes when the world stops and this wall crumbles, will I finally be able to erase this cruel distance and be held in your arms completely? People look at us and say we are so close, but they don't know that every step we take toward each other is just running in place. Even the trivial jokes you tell sound to my ears like faint radio signals that have traveled thousands of kilometers, distant and precarious. I look at you as if looking at myself in a mirror, but just as the person in the mirror can never become reality, are you and I destined to never be one? The raindrops fluttering outside the window, hitting the glass and flowing down, look exactly like the tears I couldn't shed. So I lean my forehead against this transparent boundary again today. Every time I fall into the illusion that that your breath is brushing my cheek. The wall of reality pushes me away more coldly and firmly, reminding me that we are strangers. Even if I pour out my entire soul to fill this distance, you still shine dimly in the far distance, like a mirage that cannot be crossed. This is the invisible distance between us that never narrows, a sad orbit where a heart yearning to touch collides and scatters as fragments. Even as I open my arms to hold you, I only embrace the empty void, leaning against the invisible glass wall and bursting into silent tears. The more I try to define you in the name of love, the wider the gap becomes. I remain as darkness, longing for the light that is you within this transparent prison. If the day comes when the world stops and this wall crumbles, will I finally be able to erase this cruel distance and be held in your arms completely? An old photo album pulled from the depths of a dusty drawer. The texture of the paper is rough against my fingertips, but in it, you are still smiling softly. The season of us within the faded print has long since stood still, yet strangely, when I place my hand over the photo, it feels as if the heated summer air of that day is being conveyed to me. An unnamed beach we walked together, even the sound of crashing waves is vividly engraved. This small rectangular world has now become the only sanctuary where I can breathe. Even if the indifferent waves of time try to carve away our silhouettes, only the look in your eyes preserved within this scrap of paper shines on me with an eternal light that never fades. Become clearer the harder I try to forget. I stay within the after images of the past today, ignoring the tomorrow that will never come. This is a miracle like one held by an old photo album, a brilliant record of us that never cools. Even if everything in the world turns freezing cold, tracing your face with my fingers, I feel your heat as if it were yesterday. So I cannot bring myself to close this photo and fall back into the dream that is you. Even if time flows and the paper crumbles and our forms become faint, the landscape of you printed within my soul will shine warmly, even in a silence deeper than death. On this night when I hold back tears for fear they might smudge the I still experience the coziest farewell in the world, held in your arms within the photo. handwriting on the back of the photo has now become a sad testament that cannot be kept, sharply clawing through my heart. The sound of our laughter scattered in the out-of-focus background boot like a hallucination, and I eventually collapse after flailing in the air to catch those sounds. Even when I meet other people and see new scenery, the shudder of my heart remains fixed on that fleeting moment with you, refusing to take in any more light. Longing that rises like dust every time I turn the pages of the old album fills my lungs, and I live intoxicated by that intense scent, believing your past to be my present. Your traces hidden at every corner of time are condensed into a single photo, offering the warmest consolation to my cooling days. Since even this pain I don't want to erase feels like the last spark of life you left behind, I lay my heart down today under your smile in the photo while aching. This is a miracle, like warmth held by an old photo album, a brilliant record of us that never cools, even if everything in the world turns freezing cold. Tracing your face with my fingers, I feel your body heat as if it were yesterday. So why can't I bring myself to close this photo and fall back into the dream that is you? Even if time flows and the paper crumbles and our forms become faint, the landscape of you printed within my soul will shine warmly, even in a silence deeper than death. On this night when I hold back tears for fear they might smudge the image, I still experience the coziest farewell in the world, held in your arms within the photo. When white breath scatters between my lips and the air brushing my nose grows sharp, I feel with my whole body that the last season of the year you left has returned. The lights in every street twinkle brilliantly, yet the illumination of my heart keeps fading, and the laughter of people pierces my ears coldly like a solitary scream sliding over frozen ice. The warmth we once shared has now become the wind escaping through the gaps of an old muffler, and I walk this chilling pavement alone, longing for the weight of that warm coat you once lent me. I hope that the falling snow might cover the memory of you a little, but instead your footprints vividly engraved on the white snow keep making me look back. like tears flowing down, and I rub those blurred letters with my palm, calling you out again. This cold that returns every year feels like a cruel alarm, telling me not to forget you. So I sit before the heater every night, burning our faded photo album and melting my body in the fleeting warmth. The sound of carols we used to listen to together now sounds like a funeral dirge to me. And the scent of that warm cocoa you loved has now become a poison, a memory that makes my mouth bitter. My daily life precarious, like walking on a frozen lake, is eventually cracking bit by bit at every moment, unable to endure the thin ice of a life without you. Like the saying that the dawn before sunrise is the coldest, my longing becomes sharper as morning approaches, and I break down once again, tracing your undulated number with my finger. Since even this chilling pain I don't want to erase feels like the last link you allow me. I dream of eternity today, imprisoned within the season of you. While aching, when winter returns, I become a lonely shadow, trapped within the chilling season of you, suffering from an intense longing like unhealing frostbite, praying that tomorrow never comes. Our dazzlingly beautiful spring days have already drifted away like a legend. All that remains for me is the bone chilling cold, and the frozen silence settled over the empty bed without you. Even if the day comes when the world turns white and all traces are erased, only the name you, frozen deep within my chest, will remain as an eternal glacier that never melts. Your after images pierce deep into my lungs. Every time I take a breath, I am a lost wanderer today, searching for the warmth of you in the middle of this terrible winter. As the chilly wind brushes past my collar, memories of you settle down silently on this path where we used to walk, covering my feet like fallen leaves. The air has already begun to change, yet the clock on my heart stands still, as if broken. At the end of that dazzling summer when you smiled the brightest, what touches my fingertips now is no longer your warm heat, but only the cold air of a freezing dawn. Still I intentionally slow my pace and rewind the passing time so slowly. The scent of you lingering at every corner of the alley is still so vivid that I call out to you as if it were only yesterday, only to embrace the empty void. The sky grows covered window, it only leaves a mark like tears flowing down. And I rub those blurred letters with my palm, calling you out again. This cold that returns every year feels like a cruel alarm, telling me not to forget you. So I sit before the heater every night, turning the pages of our faded photo album, melting my body in the fleeting warmth. The song we used to listen to together now sounds like a funeral dirge to me. And the scenery of the streets you loved has now become sharp fragments attacking me, piercing my chest. The more the waves of time try to wash away our traces, the deeper and clearer the scars in my heart become, making me remember the season of you forever. Following the light of you that becomes clearer as the darkness deepens, I cross the boundary of time today and stay in that year, that month, that hour where you live. Since even this pain I don't want to erase feels like the last gift you gave me. I dream of eternity today, imprisoned within the prison of you while aching. Here I am at the edge of an unforgettable season, where the memory of you rushes in like a giant tide and swallows me defenseless. I call out your name like a scream, as if grasping at the end of the disappearing season. But all that returns is the scattering sound of the wind and a cold echo, burying the us of those days we can never return to. Deep in my heart I stand at this freezing corner today, longing for you forever. Even if the world stops and all light vanishes, my confession left at the edge of this season will become a flower that never withers, blooming toward you. Hands we reached toward each other lost their way in the void, and even at the closest distance we were walking on parallel lines, unable to touch each other's hearts. You sought salvation from me, and I wanted rest from you. But our desires were written in different languages, gathering only the dust of misunderstanding without being interpreted. The silence flowing over the table where we sit across from each other weighs us down more heavily than any noise in the world. And I choke up as I swallow words I never dared to speak. Why this voyage started in the name of love has become such a cold shipwreck. We watch the receding waves without even being able to ask the reason. has now become a chilling cold that freezes me. Where did it all go wrong? We sink into our own solitude, staring at empty margins without being able to read between each other's lines. The sketches of the future we dreamed of together have now become unrecognizable scribbles, and I quietly erase your name while lost among those rough lines. The more the waves of time try to wash away our traces, the deeper and more vividly the scars of misaligned hearts are engraved, suffocating me. A massive rift between us that can no longer be narrowed. One by one the promises we shared fall and vanish into that deep valley. Because of the pain that tightens even more, the harder I try to untie the knot of this recollection, I now imprison myself in the jail named fate. This is the unbearable weight of misaligned hearts, a cruel and sad epic of paradox, where the more we love, the more we destroy each other. Steps that sink deeper into the swamp. The more I try to reach you, I have now lost even the strength to break these invisible chains. The walls of memory we built together have now become barriers, blocking us, flowing like a mist that makes even each other's faces blur. All that remains at the end of this tragic misalignment are the fragments of a torn heart today. I walk through the endless dark